Hi, everyone. Welcome to Experiencing Intelligent Breakthroughs in Your Sports Performance in Life. And we're continuing this week on the 7 strategies to solve a performance gap. This week, the strategy is form a team. And as athletes or a coach, you have a team, right? Even if you're self-training, you still have a team. The reason is you're wearing someone's shoes, you're wearing someone's clothing, you're learning about whatever it is you're learning to perform better, to make breakthroughs for performance improvement. So all of those relationships are part of your team. Now, of course, most of you as athletes are on a team. You have other athletes, you have other coaches, you could have assistants, you could have strength training, nutrition, mental performance coach like me, a consultant like me. So there's lots of different people on your team. Today, I'm watching or coming to you through the internet on a Dell computer using a Logitech mic or video camera. I don't know anybody at Dell or Logitech, but they're on my team. So it's real important on a team to really understand what the better common goal is for the team collectively. And then what is the better common goal for each individual on the team? Okay. And those better common goals, each person on the team, let's say there's 5 people, those better common goals form that team that makes that team go towards the ultimate better common goal. So what I see in teams from my work is the following. One is, although they're on a team and they could be on a team for quite some time, they've never really built trust, mutual trust. I mean, they're on the team and they may have performed and things of that nature, but they're not getting the maximum meaning, enjoyment, fulfillment, satisfaction, successes, etc., as they could with mutual trust, mutual support, and mutual help. And that's just the way a lot of teams are. They're brought together for a better common goal, and these people were the ones chosen, and they know they need to work together. Well, by doing mutual trust, mutual support, and mutual help, you would be able to really form a more cohesive, socially cohesive team. And by doing that, you'd get just more in all aspects of being on the team. So a lot of my programs, this is the very first thing that I do research on to really find out, is this occurring? And one of the things is you know, if we're going to make a decision, are we making a decision as a team, including coaches, or is it as a team just athletes, or is it just coaches? Is it a combination? Does everybody vote, or do 2 people decide based on what they hear from everybody, or one person, or is it all individual decisions? I mean, all of that needs to be known in advance when we're talking about a specific situation or outcome that we are all looking to achieve or aspire to, right? So that's very, very important. I can be on a team and I can go to a team right now, several teams, and I could ask them individually, you know, what is your dream, vision, mission, clear goals, and aspirations? And some of them don't know. They might know some of those, the answer to some of those, but to some of them, they don't know. And that's okay, because that's what I'm there to help with. And if you ask them what it is for one of their teammates, most likely they won't know. They might know some, but see, that's just one of the ways that you can start to build mutual trust, mutual support, and mutual help. Also, the other thing that I see on teams is that they are not learning from each other as much as they are being competitive towards the better common goal that they're trying to or they want to achieve as a team. And so that in itself, they do pretty well learning from the coaches. But when you have the people who are actually implementing it, who are actually doing it, so to speak, you being able to learn from that situation and knowing the framework or structure to do that and putting that into your program or into your team's mode of operation is essential to really start experiencing more and more development and intelligent breakthroughs. And so these are all things that I do in my programs, and after I leave, it's there for them to continue to use. The other day I was running track, and before we started, I was asking everybody, look, we've been out here for now, I think I'm going on 2 years, maybe 3. And some people have been there longer than that. And we have a good time, and it's obviously for exercise. We run in events locally, and then some events aren't local. And then we also have social time. So all in all, it's a very amazing group. However, the other week or yesterday, actually, I was there and I said, I would love for this to be easier for me because I'm not, I wasn't a track athlete. I was I played other sports and it required running, but I wasn't really a track athlete. So it's been quite challenging for me, and I'm making progress for sure. However, there is so much there that I could use some tips and pointers on and really talk with one another about something. So what I did is I asked the guy that's the leader of the group, can we, like, before we start, just talk about one tip from somebody each week? And so I shared the tip this week, and hopefully we continue to do it so that I learn from others who are like my teammates, and I'll be able to run track easier. It sure would be great. It's one of those things. I really have a lot of admiration for a track athlete, because I see just how challenging it is, and I also see the enjoyment and fun now that I didn't see earlier on in life. Just really didn't see that at all. I was just like, why are you running for no reason? Well, there's actually a lot to it, and it's like other sports, really, in a lot of ways, and I just didn't find that connection previously, but now I do. So it's really, really interesting approach. Now, I've always had that connection in basketball, tennis, football, soccer, other sports. But that's just one aspect of it. And also on a team, you are wanting to be on a team to where the people, I was raised to get along with people and like people, and if they didn't do something that I didn't like, it wasn't that I didn't like them. I just didn't like what they were doing. And, I would know how to point that out or help to de-escalate that or correct it. However, what I find is that, for a lot of teams, one of the key things that the athletes and coaches are looking for is, golly, I just hope they get along first. And it's like, that's just weird to me because I just am one of those people, I just get along with people. But I can see, um, you know, how that can be a challenge for some people. And so that's just one of those things that, when you form a team, can you get it to where those people feel like they're really on the team as they're getting to get along with one another, have a process to really make it simpler so that for whatever reason, it makes it easier for them to get along. I don't have usually that kind of challenge, but other people do. And, once that's done, then, being able to like being around each other and even doing things when not doing your sport becomes just the natural thing to do. And so that's a type of social cohesion that I see on winning teams. And there's been research done on that. And there's a lot of examples like the Boston Celtics, when they won all those championships, they used to do things together a lot. They'd go on vacation together with their families, and everybody just liked each other on the team. So more and more of this is occurring on teams. And so how to keep that fresh and keep it going, because it's just like any other relationship. If it's not continually spruced or built on or grown and developed, it will tend to either be stagnant or start fading, and you want to always continue some things. So, it could be as easy as, hey, we're having a team meeting tonight. In addition to everything we're doing, we want you to bring your new dance move or your new talent or just something to make it just a little funner and just to see each other do something, or, have somebody say, look, for this meeting, you over there, you're supposed to say something funny, whatever it may be. This is all in addition to everything else, just so that you can have a robust, complete team meeting, right? It can't just all be serious and about the better common goal. There's got to be fun involved. There's got to be some funny, some laughter, some excitement. And all of that matters in the environment, the culture, the mindset, the motivation, inspiration, mood that's created by doing that really, really benefits your team. So think about all these things, and if something here resonates with you and you're interested, you can contact me and we can talk about your specific situation. You can contact me at 864-569-2315 or at raj@rajgavrola.com. Now, one thing that I have left is we talk about the zone effect. And the zone effect is when you're making a performance improvement, you're bettering your performance, making a breakthrough, you have some kind of epiphany, whatever it may be, that's making it easier for you to perform. And everything seems that it's in slow motion, slows down, and time is not a deterring factor, and it feels effortless compared to the amount of effort that you needed to do before. So my zone effect was in refereeing. I was refereeing a soccer game, and I have all these rules and knowledge in me, and I know all of those things, and obviously that's important, I know. But what is the real main thing that I need to know? And I've been in the zone reffing a soccer game before, but the other day I was in the zone for 3.5 games, and I was like, wow. And here's what the mental performance strategy that I used. The most important thing I need to know is which team has control of the ball. Is it a blue team or the green team? Because once I know that, everything else, every other decision is predicated on that. So I can say, blue team penalty kick, blue team indirect kick, blue team handball, green team indirect kick, green team yellow card for an individual player, a red card, whatever it is. But everything is based on who has control of the ball. And so before, I used to think about the call itself and then the team, who had possession. But just by switching that, it's made everything else so much easier. So much easier. And I'm sure before I did it too, but now it's just so much easier knowing this mental performance strategy or tool. And I'm reffing and I am not as overwhelmed anymore, because before things were just moving so fast sometimes, not always, but sometimes. And now everything has just slowed down. And that's when, you see things in slow motion when they're really happening at the same speed, just because my mind has this zone effect happening that allows me to be in the zone. And it's because of that intelligent breakthrough in the mental performance that I've had. So it frees up my mind, okay, because it's not trying to figure out who had the ball, who had control of the ball. I hope you have a meaningful trigger for tonight. I know I do. Last night I ran track, so tonight I'm actually refereeing again. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you have a meaningful trigger, and I will see you again either on Tuesday if you attend any of those sessions, or on Thursday